Now we have a new vocabulary word. A tautology is a compound statement which is always true. A tautology is a compound statement which is always true. So, an example, let's look at this statement and figure out its truth table. So I have this set up here already, so take a minute, pause the video, and see if you can come up with the truth table for this one. So we have the setup, so I'll put in P we have our default, true, true, false, false. In Q we have true, false, true, false. And then when we have P or Q, remember when we have P or Q, it means as long as you have one true, then that part is going to be true. So we have two trues here, one true there, one true there, but two falses down here, so that's going to be false. Then we have not P. So what we're doing is we're building the inside of these parentheses here. We just completed the part for here. Now we're going to do our not P. Then we're going to build out to our and statement. Then once we're done with everything in these big parentheses, we're going to move on to our implication. We're going to move on to our conditional statement. So, not P is the opposite of P. P is true, true, false, false. So we're going to get false, false, true, true. And now we have an and statement, and our end statement is combining these two columns. Combining these two. And remember, an and statement is only true if both pieces are true. So we're going to get a false here, a true here, and a false here. Now moving on, we have an implication. This is implying Q. So we have this piece, this whole piece implying Q. So we're going to start with that piece, and we know that in a conditional statement, if it starts with a false, we immediately have a true statement. So we have a true here, and a true down here. And then we have to look at our last piece. We're starting at a true, and we're going to a true. So we have another true. So this statement here has all true values. And so it's a tautology. But not only is it a tautology, but a conditional tautology, a tautology that includes a conditional statement, or that includes your arrow, is called an implication. Because in English it just means that the first part implies the second part. And let's see an example. We're going to use exactly the truth table we just built and look at two sentences to see that this is a tautology, or look at the sentence that our P and Q build. So for example, take P as I'm visiting London, Q as I am visiting Paris. Then we have the sentence, I am visiting London, or I'm visiting Paris, and I'm not visiting London. So we see that this implies in all cases, this implies that I am definitely visiting Paris. Because if I'm visiting one or the other, and I tell you that I'm not visiting one of them, then I default to the other one. And this is a tautology and an implication.